This is a video of the upper garden, which is essentially made up of a lot of palms and subtropicals, and the idea is to really make a nice, beautiful, jungly looking garden. Less of a focus on rare fruits, but there's fruit trees in between here. This is our pond. Don't ask me what half of these plants are called. I'm not good with Latin names. The floats that you see here, that's left over from Loikatong, the Festival of Lights, the Thailand, that's celebrated in Thailand, and we celebrate it here. Since we actually have a Thai exchange student, that was fun this year. There's a lot of palms mixed up in here, Parajabea cocoides. There's some papayas that are basically growing out of there. Behind that is a Insetta ventricosa. Well, I guess I know a few of these things. And then our waterfall, which right now is not running. And here's one of these spiky trees. I forget what it's called. It's got the big spikes on the trunks. And a beautiful tree fern. If you can take a look at that, that's a beautiful, beautiful tree ferns. And then these are, I think these are called plumosa. They're beautiful, beautiful bamboo type palms. You can see the trunks. They're essentially kind of bamboo looking trunks over here. Very, very beautiful. These are fuchsias in the front. Again, I don't know the name of these things. As we go along, there's more tropical plants. Man, I should really know the names of these things, but I don't. And then over here we've got peaches in between the datura and big loquat tree. And then this thing that I got from Lewin, I forget what it's called, but it's a beautiful tropical grass, and it gets really, really big. It's a good replacement for bamboo. Over here in the background, way in the back, you see the mountain papayas, which are about 20 feet tall now. Then over here, so here's a close-up of the grass. Very, very pretty. You can actually see the grass here. It's very, very nice looking. Let's see, what else do we got over here? This thing over here, this is actually, below you got Monstra deliciosa and some other colocaceae. But the tree is what's interesting, because this is actually an allspice tree. It's been here for about 8 years. Seems to be liking it. It bloomed this year for the first time, but didn't set any fruit because apparently it needs another pollinator, which I don't have. But you can actually see there's fresh growth on this thing. It doesn't really seem to be phased by Santa Cruz's cold temperatures. Over here you can see the trunks on the mountain papayas. They're gigantic, ginormous trunks. You can just see how big that trunk is. Looks like an elephant. Compare that to the king palm right next to it. You can see the size difference. Gigantic. This thing's really starting to look kind of jungly. And over here, this is a Plectocomia Himalaya. Very nasty looking thing. It's got really nasty thorns. It's essentially a vine. It goes all the way up, and it's climbing for the roof. I don't know where it's going to go next. And it's making a bunch of secondary vines. I mean, this thing is just turning into some big, massive thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing, because it's full of thorns, and I mean, even the palm fronds themselves have these nasty thorns, and they attach themselves to everything. You can see that. Nasty thorns. And then over here we have a beautiful, beautiful Thai giant palm. I love this thing. This thing is just really, it's got a big trunk. You can see how big the trunk is right here. Nice and tall. And the fronds themselves are easily about 20 feet long or 15 feet long. I don't know if you can see these fronds over here, just really tall. Over here you can see the fronds going all the way up. Very, very pretty. It's an amazingly beautiful palm. I really wonder how big it's going to get. If you step back over here, you can see the rest of the palm garden. This thing is Parajabea torali, very beautiful palm from Bolivia, the cousin of Parajabea cocoides, which is out front. These right here, there's a bunch of palms. This is Rhopalostylis apida, and Bowery. The one underneath here with the wider fronts is Bowery. And it's really getting big. You can see it over here. Man, this thing's turning into a jungle. I'm gonna have to get some pruning shears and really start pruning the hell out of all this. This Pittosporum undulatum in the back here from Queensland is just taking over, so I'm gonna have to cut it way back. This thing over here is a Paragibea cocoides. That's just a normal cocoides. It looks nicer when seen from the street. We can view it from the street here. Amazing looking palm. I love this thing. It looks so tropical. This is one of the most tropical looking palms I know of for Santa Cruz. Seems to love the weather here, except when it gets below freezing, of course, which we get occasionally. But it's just one of the most amazing, beautiful palms. Well, that's all for now, but I'll post some more videos later.